this game, just what's your initial thought on what happened today and where the team goes from here?
Yeah, my initial thought is we didn't play good enough to win. I really want to move on, look at the film hard, and you can do one of two things. Like you can sulk in defeat, or you can see what the reality is, fix it, move on, and get ready to win a game next week. Like there's so many things that are going to be said, obviously, about where we're at and that team. And at the end of the day, like that's not going to help us move forward. That's not going to help us for next week. We got to just look at the reality of what it is, flush it, and move on, and win a game next week.
Go ahead.
As you do look to next week, I mean, what would it mean for this team to get a win against the Cowboys and have the bye and go into that with a win?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. Obviously, we got to move forward. We got to prepare hard for the Cowboys, win a game at home in a primetime game, and get back on track going into the bye.
What gives you confidence that you can turn things around and go on a run the way you have so many times before?
The guys that we have in this building, everybody that's come up here and spoke at this podium, the guy who's going to speak after me, obviously I take a lot I put a lot of myself through the wins and the losses to be the player that our team needs me to be and the leader that our team needs me to be. So we have everything we have that we need going forward to right the ship.
Want to move on. It's a tough loss, but the commentators say during the game called Kansas City, you guys is kryptonite. Is there like some type of mental part of this game when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs that you guys have to kind of try to get over as you try to defeat this team, or it's not that, it's just a game?
Well, I mean, everybody's going to say that as long as we don't beat them, and that's something that we got to take on the chin. And, whenever we have that moment to play them again, then it's going to be the same exact story until we beat them. So that's something that we got to own, and, hey, you got to take it on the chin.
There's never a perfect game, but it seems like there's more mistakes than there have been in the past. Is there anything that's been happening at all during the defense that's causing these mistakes?
We for sure got to be better with the penalties. We got to clean that up. That's a fixable. We got to play smarter in that way and not give the other team more opportunities out there, especially in the red zone. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, and then everything else. Like I said, we just got to play better.
When Mahomes got away from you on his long run, it's obviously he's very creative, does a lot of things. What do you feel as a defender when you see that unfold again?
Yeah, I mean it's a play that I got to make. I'm leaving my coverage to try and make a play, and I'm right there, got to make it. And obviously we know rush lanes and all those sort of things, and then even then we can't let them continue to run down the sideline, those sort of things.
Fred, is there a right and a wrong way to react to a loss as a leader in the room, as one of the veterans? Is it important how you react to the loss?
I think so. I think the longer I've been in it, you can listen to what people say about you in the outside world. Obviously, what you guys do is important, and I respect all you guys. But hey, all the stories can be written that we're not good enough and all these sort of things. For us, it's about just continuing to focus on what we do. We're the ones that are going to be out there on Sunday against the Cowboys and have every opportunity to win that game and do what we need to do.
Right, I know he's been missed all season, but today specifically, with what Mahomes can do, how much did you miss Drake Greenlaw next to you?
Obviously we miss Dre. He's a big part of what we do, but it's a next man up mentality. I love going against. I mean, I love going out there with who we have out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's no excuse.
Describe Kyle's message to you guys after that game.
I'll probably keep that in house, but Kyle always has the right thing to say when it comes to wins and losses.
I think Mahomes had the lowest passer rating of his career. I mean, he didn't go crazy against you guys. Have they evolved? I mean, are they just a better team since like maybe 2019?
I mean, they find ways to win. That's what's great about their team. They find ways to win. It doesn't always have to be just him having a great game. He obviously made the plays when he needed to make them, and it's a team sport. Their team won the game today.
7 weeks into the season, probably not the record you guys would have hoped for, but the good news, there's still a lot of football to be played left. this particular season. Is that kind of how you guys look at this? Like, we still have plenty of time left. We can still win the division, get into the postseason. You know, like, what is your after a loss like this? What is that mentality like? And is it like, we're fine, we're going to overcome this and continue going?
Yeah, you know, kind of similar message to what I've been saying the whole time. You know, is you can go one of two ways in the situation. You can sit and you can sulk and losing a big game like this, or you can move on and have a positive mindset going into the next game, trying to just win one game at a time. We have a big one this week. It's everything on the line every single week that you step out there. And so, how do you get better from this? That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Quick evaluation of the play where Pat got away from you. Was that a bad angle or?
Yeah, you know, he's just running, and I'm going from left to right with my, you know, I'm man coverage on the running back and trying to come off and make the play. So I just didn't make it. That's all it is.
Maybe one positive is how Malik Mustafa played out there today. He had some pretty big hits, played pretty hard.
Yeah, he's been playing amazing. You know, I'm really happy with Malik and the way that he's playing. He's earned every bit of, you know, all the good stuff that's happening to him. We just need him to continue to play good for our defense, for our team.
All right, thanks, Fred.
Thanks, guys.
You just heard all that. What do you think about that guy?
I wasn't paying attention, honestly, but he's a great kid, and I'm happy for him.
Looks like he might be suffered. This team might have suffered another pretty. We don't know yet, but I guess we asked you. The accumulation you start to feel the losses and almost like, okay, what's going to happen next with this situation?
It's hard to feel it right now. It's obviously I hope for the best with him, but yeah, let it process a little bit as the days go on.
Clearly, it's tough to lose any game, but does it seem a little bit tougher to kind of be up here today talking about it when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs and not kind of be able to get over that hump this year?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously want to beat a team that's had your number since I've been here, but we didn't play good enough.
Out there, you know, with a lot of different players, different receivers, he himself said no, it's not time for him to put on a Superman cape. What do you tell him at a time like this when so many people are missing for him?
I don't know if it's my job to tell Brock how to react. I think we have coaches and people for that.
What bothers you the most about the loss?
Just because we didn't play good, you know, kind of, yeah.
When you lost to the Cardinals, you were adamant that you're not losing confidence in the team. Do you still feel that way?
I do, yeah. I mean, this organization knows how to win, and obviously we're not off to the start we want, but we have a long way still.
The trade deadline is coming up. Do you expect the team to be active again like it was in the past couple of years?
Not my job.
How do you balance the wanting to get a guy out of bounds like Patrick Mahomes and not getting penalized for the hit?
It's tough. I didn't see exactly how that play went, but the rules do make it tough, but that's not an excuse.
You guys got to him a little bit early in the first half with a couple sacks. What were your impressions on how he was playing and how what an adversary he is?
Yeah, I mean they're a tough team. They know how to win in a lot of different ways. So we were hoping for more ops in the second half, but you got to stop the run to do that, and we weren't doing that. So.
Nick, you've been a part of a lot of successful teams here. Do you feel like with a loss like this, you find out more about your team and the makeup of everyone going through this adversity, or the wins? Like, you know, how do you compare it? And if so, what do you guys take from this?
Yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot of tough losses, a lot of tough season starts, but it's all about getting into the playoffs, and you got to do that by winning enough games, winning your division, and that's kind of where our focus is.
How discouraging is it that you haven't been able to find a way to beat this particular team?
It's discouraging, yeah.
A couple more elbow issue?
Yeah, it's just a bruise.
Nick, personally, how do you flush this one? I mean, you got to see the film. What do you need to do to kind of put this one behind you and get to Dallas?
I mean, same as other losses. Just learn from it and move on.